Hi, today we are going to set up a database for a massive multiplayer online game, or MMO for short, database to hold information about the game and our players. To start, let's take a bird's eye view at the entire database structure. Here you see the entire structure. Now I know it's a bit hard to read and we'll take it piece by piece in just a bit, but the main call out here is a general breakdown. The main thing you want to think about as you are setting up the database is not only what it will hold, but overall how it will be accessed. In this case, one player can hold multiple items, weapons, and armor. Not only can they have multiple items, but multiple quantity of items. How often as a gamer do you hold a backup set of armor, or another set of armor to sell? Let's go ahead and break down the table areas. Now, as you can see, one of the main tables is going to be users. The user table is going to hold our player information, including their name, username, password, and all the general things you want to know about the player, including the amount of in-game money they have, which, if you play MMO games, is very important. Also important is the clan table, because again, multiple people can be in one clan, and it's important to know who leads the clan. The user table is also going to tie into the payment and equipment table, both of which we'll get into in a bit. The important part is they are tied by the user ID, not the username. The username can be changed. The user ID is a unique number that was generated that will not change. You also want to make sure you're careful with what type of data the field is going to hold. For example, date of birth is holding a date instead of just an int type. However, the name fields are holding a varchar because they will be strings. Next, we'll look at the payment tables. The payment information, as you can see, is broken down into a few tables. The reason for this is to normalize the data, allowing for quicker query results, and to remove unnecessary repeating of data. The main table of payments is only holding the amount, method, and date. The supporting tables of payment methods, card types, CC numbers, and bank infos is filling in the rest of the information. Also, notice that the tables are named in plural format. That's just the way I chose to make it, but it's important to make sure they are all the same way. Trust me, you'll save a big headache later on. Next up is going to be the equipment table. Now, as you can see like above, we are making one table normalized with supporting tables to fill in the rest of the information. Following along, you'll see that the game equipment is going to the types of healing as you would normally see in an MMO game, which then breaks down the information further. Just like with clans and payments, it's important to keep in mind that these items can be tied to multiple people, so we have to make sure that the structure is broken down to be able to do that. Now, in closing, the main thing to take away from the presentation of how to set up a database structure is not only what it will hold, but overall how it will be accessed. Will your tables tie into multiple other tables and need to be referenced both ways, or will it stand alone so it can be referenced one way? Is the data repetitive? If so, think about making one master table of the words and have the other tables access this. Also, if you start to name tables one way, make sure you keep doing it the same way over and over. As the one thing you can never get back is time, I want to thank you for taking the time to listen to this presentation.